In ancient China, 25 centuries past, a sage named Lao Tzu whispered words that echo through millennia: live for the praise of others, and you will become their prisoners. How could he have known that his warning would find its most urgent application in an age where human worth is measured in metrics, where validation travels at light speed through fiber optic cables, where the ancient hunger for acceptance has transformed into insatiable digital addiction? The old philosopher understood something timeless, that our deepest prison is built not with iron bars, but with golden chains of approval, each link forged from our desperate need to be seen, celebrated, and loved by others. We have become unwitting architects of our own captivity, constructing elaborate performances that we mistake for authentic living. When we live for praise, we construct a magnificent cage around our souls, a prison extending seamlessly into the digital realm. This cage gleams with temporary satisfaction from approval, whether applause in a room or hearts on a screen, yet its bars are forged from our deepest fears. Each compliment becomes a drug we crave, each criticism poison in our veins, each notification a potential source of euphoria or despair. Each morning, millions awaken not to their own dreams but to the notifications that await, those glowing testimonials to their worth, those numerical validations of their existence. We live in an era where self-worth is measured in likes, followers, and viral moments, turning validation into digital currency that trades in human insecurity. The mother photographs her child's first steps, not to preserve the memory but to harvest the hearts that will follow. The artist shares their creation not from joy, but from trembling hope that strangers will deem it worthy. In this grand theater of modern existence, we have forgotten the difference between genuine connection and manufactured approval. When dependent on praise, we surrender autonomy, molding ourselves to fit expectations, rather than following our true nature. In our digital age, this manifests as the algorithm trap, platforms designed to reward engagement, conditioning us to seek dopamine hits from likes and comments. We dance to algorithms we cannot see, performed by masters who profit from our insecurity. We unconsciously reshape our personalities, opinions, and lifestyles to generate applause, sacrificing authenticity for popularity. On LinkedIn, professionals frequently curate their image to boost engagement, rather than showcase their genuine identity. They achieve viral success, yet remain strangers to themselves, dancing to algorithmic melodies they never chose. Our emotional weather changes with the wind of public opinion, bright and clear when praise flows freely, dark and stormy when criticism clouds our digital sky. We have become meteorologists of our own mood, constantly checking the barometric pressure of others' judgment, living in perpetual anxiety about the next storm of disapproval that might devastate our carefully cultivated image. The cruelest irony is that platforms promising to connect us have made us strangers to ourselves. Living for modern praise means adopting not just local values, but trending opinions of online masses. We perform for multiple audiences simultaneously, wearing different masks for different platforms, different crowds, different expectations. We speak in voices that are not our own, express opinions that trend rather than resonate, curate lives that sparkle on screens, while our authentic selves wither in shadows. The teenager posts curated selfies, while hiding anxiety. The entrepreneur shares only success stories while concealing failures. The parent performs happiness while drowning in exhaustion of perfectionism. We have become accomplished actors in a play we never auditioned for, earning applause for roles we never chose to inhabit. The psychological consequences are severe. Chronic anxiety emerges as fear of going viral for the wrong reasons weighs on every post. We experience performance burnout, curating highlight reels while editing out struggles to maintain exhausting perfection. Like quicksand, the more we struggle for universal approval across platforms, the deeper we sink into inauthenticity. This creates imposter syndrome on steroids, feeling fraudulent not just professionally, but in our entire digital existence. Public opinion has always been changeable, but digitally it moves at light speed. Trending topics shift hourly, viral sensations become forgotten overnight, yesterday's hero becomes today's villain, with one misinterpreted tweet. Anchoring self-worth to such unstable ground makes us victims of forces beyond our control, not just opinions of people we know, but collective judgment from millions who know nothing about our true character. This creates maddening cycles where emotional states depend on metrics changing by the minute. We refresh feeds compulsively, checking for likes with desperate urgency. We soar with viral praise, plummet with negative comments, riding an emotional roller coaster that never stops. Our inner peace becomes hostage to algorithms, designed to maximize engagement, not our well-being, systems profiting from the very validation that imprisons us. The hunger for validation has become unprecedented manipulation. Brands, influencers, and politicians exploit our need for digital approval, using targeted flattery and manufactured trends to control behavior. We've become unwitting participants in the like economy, where attention, emotions, and purchasing decisions are influenced by what receives digital applause. Before we continue, I'd love to take a moment to sincerely thank you for being part of this journey toward personal beauty and endless growth. Your support, whether you're watching, subscribing, liking, or sharing, means the world to me. You are amazing, and I'm so grateful to have you here. Now let's back to the video. But listen, beneath the noise of notifications, beyond the carnival of digital validation, your true voice still whispers. It speaks of dreams that have nothing to do with trending topics, of values that cannot be measured in engagement rates, of a peace so profound that it remains untouched by the chaos of public opinion. This voice remembers who you were before you learned to perform, before you discovered that love could be quantified, before you traded your authentic self for the fool's gold of fleeting praise. True freedom begins when we realize the only opinion that ultimately matters is our own. Lao Tzu's alternative is cultivating self-awareness and inner harmony, rather than chasing external rewards. The Taoist sage is like water, soft, yielding, without ego, yet powerful in natural flow. This doesn't mean becoming a digital hermit, but developing wisdom to distinguish constructive input from meaningless noise. The path to liberation doesn't require retreating from the world or abandoning technology entirely. It asks only that you remember the difference between sharing from fullness and begging from emptiness, between genuine expression and desperate performance. When we live from our center, guided by our values rather than trending topics, we become unshakable. Authenticity requires courage in the digital age, courage to post imperfectly, share genuine struggles, stand by unpopular principles, and remain true to our vision, even when algorithms punish authenticity. This path may yield fewer likes, but leads to profound integrity and self-respect that no digital validation can provide. The transformation begins the moment you stop checking your worth like a stock price, constantly fluctuating with market conditions. The ultimate prison break occurs when we return to what Lao Tzu called original nature, our authentic self, independent of approval. This means defining our own success, rather than letting metrics dictate worth, embracing invisible growth that happens away from cameras, beyond public evaluation. True freedom tastes like morning coffee, you drink without posting about it, feels like sunsets, you watch without capturing, sounds like laughter, you share without recording. It is the courage to disappoint some people, in service of your authentic self, the wisdom to know that universal approval is the enemy of genuine truth, the peace that comes from knowing your worth is not up for public debate. Your cage door has always been open. The key was never in anyone else's hands. Your journey to freedom starts now. In a world that profits from your insecurity, there is no more radical act than the quiet revolution of living authentically. Choose today to honor your authentic voice over external opinions. Embrace the beautiful uncertainty of living true to yourself, knowing that an authentic life, though earning fewer likes, will always be richer, more meaningful, and infinitely more peaceful than performing for others. Your worth isn't measured in likes, it never was.